The growth that we've seen over the past 10 years in CTIC is incredibly gratifying and ratifies something I think we all know, which is the incredible importance of technology and how that has just blossomed in the last decade.
We have a core set of law and technology faculty, each of who specializes in a different area and brings a different methodological narrative. So for example, we have Professor Polk Wagner, who is an empirically oriented patent law person. We have then Professor Gideon Parchomovsky, who's a law and economics theorist who works on copyright, patent, and intellectual property more generally.
One of the realities of law and technology is that it's interdisciplinary in nature. You can just study it from one perspective, whether it's law or engineering or economics. We really try to bring them all together. So we have active involvement from people from the engineering school, from Wharton, from Annenberg in the communications school.
If you do an MCIT degree, you're not historically a programmer, so you've learned that you can learn an entire new skill set relatively quickly. You have a legal education at one of the best law schools in the country. It gives you exposure to the types of problems that your clients will have to face.
My mission is to expose the students to technology and to the thoughts, views, and goals of people that practice technology, the engineers and the business people.
Throughout undergrad, I was doing an aerospace engineering degree. I was always really interested in space innovation. So being able to come down to DC for the summer, work at NASA, kind of get some firsthand experience working with the different lawyers around there, being in their intellectual property group. It was a really cool experience.
Going to the FCC was not at all on my radar when I started as a 1L at Penn. It really was my experience in Christopher Yu's tech policy classes that put it on my radar and in fact put it squarely in my sights for something that I wanted to do with my career.
These are students who are focused. These are students who come in with an awareness of how the market for technology works and how they're trying to mold the idea of thinking like a lawyer with the idea of thinking like a technologist.
You are seeing so many programs and different speaker series that are being spawned now because Penn, University of Pennsylvania, is excited about innovation and entrepreneurship. We're sort of at ground zero of that. We've got the lawyers that are interested in helping the entrepreneurs and the innovators succeed.
It's not just an ivory tower. We're actually trying to get engaged in real policy disputes and to bring the expertise that's locked in universities and make them part of discourse.
People have for the longest time been critical of the divergence between different fields and not really bringing them together pedagogically. We've come out as having taken a significant initiative in this space. And if it's reaching the federal judiciary and prominent federal judges like Richard Posner, I think that tells you that there's at least some element of payoff.
The days when you could just be a lawyer are over. And someone who has a rich and deep understanding of what the clients need and how the world really works, I think, have a tremendous advantage in this world.
Congratulations to all involved in the great work of the Center for Technology, Innovation, and Competition. It's inspiring to see the center's tremendous growth and success. 10 years ago, the center's ambitious agenda focused primarily on IP law. Today, CTIC is the hub for law and technology at Penn. We can only imagine what the next 10 years will bring. Congratulations, CTIC, and job well done.